to be there. Okay, here we go. Thank you everybody for hopping on. So this is our conference recap Zoom that we're doing. I wanted everybody that was at the event to share their experience. For some of the ladies that were coming to conference, it was their very first conference. And then for some of us, it's, we've been to conference many times. So for those of you that don't know me and are going to be watching this recording, my name is Melissa, and I have been with It Works going on, I can't even believe it, in April will be 6 years. So this was my 6th conference. I never miss conference. I know how important it is for your business, for your personal growth, for you to really understand what our company is all about. And sometimes you go because you need it, and sometimes you go because your team's going for the first time and you get to experience through their eyes how amazing this experience is. So I have Stacy and Annalie on here, and I think a couple of the other girls are jumping on right now. So you got saved, Annalie. Stacy, are you able to talk right now?
Hey girls, yes, I totally can.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have Stacy go first because what she has to share, I think, is gonna take a little bit longer. She was able to make it to conference spending 100% keto cash. So none of the money she spent at conference came out of her family's budget. It was 100% funded by her business. So I want her to share that because I think a lot of times what stops us is the money, and we think that it's okay if we don't go because we can't do it financially. But I want everyone to be there next year, like no excuses. I want everybody there to experience it because it really helps you bond as a team, and that's very important. A lot of you guys live in different states, and we are very united as a team, and we have an amazing connection and community together, but it does not replace spending 3 days together with each other. We made unbelievable bonds with each other that I don't think they're going to be for a lifetime. So I want Stacy to share that because I know for some of you that was an obstacle. So I don't want it to be an obstacle for you next year. So take it away, Stacy.
All right. Okay, so I will make this quick because I know there's a lot of us on here that want to share our experience. But you guys, I've been in the business for, I just passed my 6-year anniversary, and this is my 4th conference. If I would have known about the first one, I would have went. The one I missed last year, I will never miss a conference because I missed it last year. Money, I know it's tough to get to conference. I know that it is an investment, but it is the best gosh darn investment you will ever do. Ooh, my body just got warm flush. I dedicated this. I said, I don't care. I'm not missing this conference. I am not missing this conference. You guys, you know me and my sample cash. I sold sample caches, my swag bags. I put that money away. I was not going to touch it. What I did was, as soon as I got the money for my conference ticket, I bought it. Okay. So all my keto coffee cash, pixie stick cash, all that money that I was doing pop-ups, I was promoting the heck out of it on Facebook and Instagram. Everything I was making, I was depositing into my savings account, and I was not touching it because I promised myself that I was not going to miss conference, and I was not going to come up with an excuse because there's no excuses, you guys. Unless you are going in for surgery or you're about to have a baby or you're going to a funeral because somebody passed away, then I understand. But anything else, there's ways. If there's a will, there's a way, you guys, and you guys can make it, everything else is an excuse. So swag bags, that's how I made my money. Doing all those pop-ups, my commission, my fast start bonuses, you guys, that played a big part. Commissions kind of, but it was more sample cash that made, that really brought me there. My total, I have it written down, and I have these are stuff from November when I started saving money. My total amount that I made was $871. Okay. Product cash, maybe $200 with fast start bonuses. November, I made $206 in sample cash. December, $200 in fast start bonuses and $287 in sample product cash. January, $178 in sample cash, you guys. That brought me to a total of $871. Okay. Our room was a couple $100, flight $300, conference ticket $269. You guys, $784. I still had like another $100 to blow. Okay. And that was all just from product cash. And I'm telling you, maybe a couple of fast start bonuses. At the end of the day, I spent $141 this weekend. I did so good. That was on food. That was on, Walmart. We went and got our little waters and snacks and stuff. I had some cocktails. But you guys, like literally what came out of my pocket was probably like $30. Like that's it. This company, they give us the tools. We just have to make it a priority, make conference a priority, and make a promise to yourself that you're going to get your butt there and you're going to try with all your heart and your soul to get there, you guys. But I'm just so grateful that I went. Hopefully that explains how I got there. And I know you didn't ask this, but I'm going to throw it in that way we can get myself finished. Conference was just, I haven't even really posted because I just have so much to say, and it's like I want to make sure that I just say it right, and it's just I'm filled with so much, growth in my mind and my heart and my soul. Like I came back on fire. I bawled to my husband I don't know how many times. This conference was definitely a conference to remember, and just the bond that I created with every single person that went on our team. And you guys, it was just so fun. We talked about everything from our goals and our childhood to our families and boob jobs on our dream board and and butt plugs. And oh my gosh, you guys, we got up in the morning and we did exercise and we just bonded like nobody's business. And it was just so fun. And I'm so grateful for Melissa. You're an amazing person inside and out. And the love that you show us and give us and the knowledge and just everything for us to grow, girl. I don't even know if I'm making sense, you guys. I love you guys so much. Look at what Tati say. Butt plugs. I did, Tati. But it was an amazing experience, and I cannot wait till every single one of you guys can get there. We got green carpet coming up. Any kind of event that you guys can get to, you guys go. Anybody that's on your team and they're not local to you, find the next event for them and let them know. And they gotta get there. They gotta get there. You guys, I have goosebumps. My body's warm right now. Get to it. We're all going to the Arizona one, and I'm probably gonna fly because I know that it's like 8 hours away. But I'm getting there, and my team's getting there, and we're gonna do this. And I hope every single one of you guys can be on the next adventure because it's incredible. It is so incredible, and we just gotta crush it. We got these bonuses. Let's get it, girls. Let's freaking get it. You guys can all do this, and you guys can all get there, okay? I promise. Make that keto cash, make that product cash, set goals. Even if you have to make little goals, do it and go for it. You can do it. And that will end my session.
Thank you so much for sharing that with Stacy. Stacy was so open and just amazing. Some of you guys know this, some of you guys may not know this, but Stacy is somebody that is almost somebody, I think the longest person I've known in the business, the whole time I've been in the business. I went to my very first event and I met her. And although she's not directly on my team, all of her upline quit and left. And she was like right in that place where she didn't know what to do. And she called me one day and she was like, Melissa, I don't know what to do. And I said, keep going. And I'm going to take you under my wing and I'm going to teach you everything I know. And it doesn't matter if we're not on the same team. I want you to be, you know, amazing at this. And she is. She is amazing at this. So thank you for sharing that, Stacy, and thank you for sharing all those tips on how to get yourself there, even if it's not in your budget. That was awesome. Okay, so who would like to go next? Alicia, you want to go next? You look like you're trying to unmute yourself. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to unmute you.
Okay.
Go ahead, girlfriend.
All right. I was kind of lucky in that I had started a job and my in-laws were, not my in-laws, well, yeah, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law didn't want Ugo and I to pay anything to save money for when we want to move out. We have bills to pay up to the wazoo, not the wazoo, not that bad. I have my credit card to pay off. He has his credit card to pay off. I've been able to pay it off slowly, but when this event came up and I haven't been able to do any cash, I've been able to only keep myself with product because I still want to be a product of the product. That was important to me, to keep going, even if I couldn't do anything else. So I made sure that I was always doing my BVs, and also my commissions were practically nothing because everyone has disappeared from under me. And so I'm literally starting from scratch, except for that I'm already still a distributor. I never left. Melissa has been gracious enough with me and patient with me and is always, if I call or text, she is always very available to me. So I never lost contact with her. And I tried to do the Zooms as much as I could till I started working, which made it very hard for me to do Zooms, meetings, and all that. But I thank you guys who are doing that you're keeping up the list so that I can try to follow it. Even if it's slightly different, I don't mind. It's perfect for me. The other thing is that, yes, I had the money, but I had promised myself I was going to try to get my credit card down as fast as I could. But when I heard Mark announce that he was doing this, I just went, I have to go. There's no way I can't go. I was there last year. It did something to me, but in that process, I tried to keep my promises, but things kept getting in my way. I didn't let it get me down. I tried not to anyway, but it's been a roller coaster ride for me because I wanted to be here in Minnesota. I felt the calling to be here, to be closer to my daughter and other family members that are on the East Coast here. And this makes it easier for me. And then when he mentioned the trip and the price, and I said, I paid within 2 days. I said, I kept thinking about it. And I said, it's worth it. It's so worth it. It is so important to fill your soul, to fill your heart, to fill your mind with the information that they bestow on us. And besides that, you meet so many new people. You see others that are going through the same thing as anybody is. You always find and hear the message you need to hear. And I'll tell you this, on this one the last one, I cried at the end. This one, I cried from beginning to the end. And just, I was handing tissues to Melissa, tissues to whoever was next to me. And with the girls that we went with, the camaraderie that we had was as if we'd known each other for life. We were sisters through and through. There was a moment in one of the days that I was crying. Oh, it was the last day. It was in the morning. And Mark, well, my patella made us cry too. But Mark was talking, Mark Pentecost was talking, and he said exactly what I needed to hear. It's as if he knew what my story was. He knew what I was going through. And he said it all in such a fatherly way that I just my body started shaking. Sylvania was next to me, put her arm around me, and just held me. Let me tell you, who is willing to do that for you? Sometimes even in a family, they won't do it for you. They shy away from that. So it's, yeah. Stacey said she got the freaking chills. It is so true. I mean, there were so many. He spoke to everyone in the different sentences that he said. Whatever he said, it hit home to so many people. I had a poor girl behind me shaking and bawling her eyes out. And everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody in that auditorium, that's arena, was bawling. And just to see everyone be that open and the energy, the vibration of everyone's love in that center, didn't matter what nationality, didn't matter. Even I don't know, I'm pretty sure there was guys crying, okay? Nobody could see them, but everybody must have been crying. I'm telling you, it is very worth it. And I'm just blessed that I heard more of the message I needed to hear. And I want to bestow that blessing on others. The words that he put on there on the board, I will try to post it in there because I've been trying to post some of my stuff on, but I wanted to send you the ones that said like dream equals something on a word. And then he said dreams equals something else. The only one I didn't get was the strength one. And no one, even in our group, we were all, I don't know how we were distracted or what, I don't know why, but we didn't hear the strength one. And I started to think about that. And I believe it's because we already have the strength. In Melissa's group, we have the strength. You just have to believe it. This discipline, freedom, thank you, who's putting it out. Yeah, it's, we didn't get to write down the strength one, but yeah, we have it. We have the strength. We didn't need to hear that one or see that one. That was the weird thing. That was the funny thing. So there's nothing else. Just even if you borrow money from your family members, if you borrow from each cousin or your uncle or whatever, just $25, get it together. It is worth it. I am definitely going next year. And I'm starting from, I have a savings account finding that I have not had in years due to the other job that I have. But now I want to put fast starts or whatever I can get, pop-ups, whatever. I have to start tomorrow. I've started today, but I am losing my voice because I haven't even slept. On the plane, I slept 3 hours coming home. And then I think 3 hours, it was broken up. So I was almost falling asleep in the classrooms. It was embarrassing. So I had to stand up. But I did it. I had the strength. That's the key word. We have to keep our strength up. It doesn't matter. I spoke to people who told me they were out of it for 8 years and came back. I had another one who said, yeah, I kind of had, I had to needed a break or something, and I coming back. And I kept hearing so many people, and even Mark mentioned it. So it's important. It's okay, but try to get there next year. Let's start from now. Have that little savings account or that little glass big jar to throw in your pennies, your nickels, your quarters, your dollar, anything, just to help you out so that it's not a big toll on you when the time comes and he mentions it. But it is very worth it. And we had such a blast when it was the fun time. Let me tell you, all that bonding, everything is needed. Thank you, Melissa, for those T-shirts because it represented us, the brave dreamers there. And we are brave dreamers and we have the strength. And I can't think of anything else now because I'm starting to fade away.
That's okay. You're doing great. I know you're running on like no sleep. She got in super late last night and she had to work this morning, very early in the morning. So she took a nap just so she could be on here with us before it got too late. But I wanted to add one more thing. Alicia went to the event saying, I need to find somebody, like I need these good vibes when I get home. I need to find somebody that is doing this, that lives near me. I'm going to ask Margarita. I'm going to see what we can come up with. And then I kept, that thought that she had in my heart. And I was like, I'm going to run into somebody or she's going to run into somebody, but she's going to find that person. And then sure enough, I was lucky enough that Carla gave me a huddle pass. And on the last day I went down there, I couldn't find a seat. I found one seat and the person I was sitting next to is a double diamond and she's from Minnesota. And I added her on Facebook and I was like, you have to connect with this girl on my team. She's really like, she needs to be around this when she gets home. Like, can you guys connect? She's like, oh, sure. And she added me on. She speaks perfect Spanish and English too. And so I connected them and then it ended up that they live in the same town. So now she has somebody to get together with and be around, this, even though she's, working on moving out of where she's living to get her own place. So
can I add just something?
Yeah.
I didn't get to take my nap today.
Oh no.
It was my sister-in-law's birthday and I didn't know it. And Hugo said, we have to take her to pick up, she had to pick up something for her. I can't remember if it was medication or what it was. But then afterwards, we stopped by her house because I feel like it's disrespectful if we just ran her to the store and bring her back and leave her alone. We usually stop for coffee or something, a little bit something before we go. So I didn't do that. And the other thing is that from the airport, a week before I was going, I said, I'm going to meet people that I need to get me where I need to be. I'm going to find somebody here from Minnesota there. On the day I left, there was this other girl and her husband sitting across from me at the before we boarded. And I went in first and then they took me off the plane because they made a switch. But then I ended up facing her and I said, I know. She was like, it works. And we pointed at each other. And she introduced herself. She's now a Facebook friend.
Awesome.
On the way back, when I got off waiting for my luggage, I asked this group of girls, where are you from? I said, what area here do you live? And they said, Woodbury. And that's a town on the way to Stillwater where I work. And it's an area that has like a outlet mall and all that stuff. So they're here. You can't see them sometimes, that's all. But I am getting to them. And the other Melissa, which is her name, Melissa Maricruz, she texted me.
Her name's Melissa? That's so funny.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She just told me her name was Maricruz. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she texted me when I was with Anna Lee, when we were like waiting and finally we were sitting at a table trying to get stuff started. She told me, she goes, oh, hi, Alicia. I just checking in with you and stuff like that and want to hear from you. So I texted her back. Then it took a while to text back and forth because I know she's busy. And so I'm being patient. Then at the airport, just before, she was like, oh, by the way, what part of the city are you in? And I said, St. Paul. She goes, I'm in St. Paul. So I gave her my address. And after that, she didn't write back. But again, I know she's a busy lady. I'm sorry, if she's double diamond, I know she's busy. If Melissa's busy, this lady's double busy. So I'm just waiting for it's going to be the right time. Everything comes at the right time when you need it, but you have to stay positive. You have to stay, doesn't matter. Anna Lee explained to me because I wanted, what was her name? Denise Walsh, to ask her a question because I couldn't go to that. So she did it. And then she came back to me. She goes, oh, yeah, she told me to tell you, get out of your head. And I looked confused. I was like, what? Get out of my head. All right. It didn't sink in. The next day, she told me that Anna Lee was talking to her saying, oh, but all these things are happening to me, and all this and that and that. And then Anna Lee grabbed my head with her palms around my cheek and my head on both sides. And she looked at me, she said, get out of your head. And I said, you know what? With the way you just did that with me holding my head and saying that, I understand now what you mean. So it hit home with her doing that one little action with me. So it's and it's continuing. If you stay positive, it will continue. You have to say, yes, it is coming. You have to sing a happy song. I don't care if somebody gets you pissed off, sing a happy song. That's what I've been doing. They piss me off. Oh, reverse it within 5 minutes. I don't care. No, 2 minutes is supposed to be. Reverse it. Sing a happy song. Make it up. I don't care. It works. When you stay positive, that's when the good things start happening. When those things with the money, also same thing. When you think about money, and it's not like I want money. No, it's not that. Just, oh, I know it's coming. It's right around the corner. It's all beautiful. It's going to be okay. And trust me, it helped me a lot, except I went through another slump. But now I have to do what Denise Walsh says, get out of my head, get out of my head. I'm doing fine. I'm here fine. I just got to catch up on my sleep. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Sarit, are you ready? Do you want to go next?
Hold on.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to, huh?
I came in late, so what were you talking about?
Oh, okay. I'm just going around and asking everybody their aha moments from conference.
It was just incredible. Because I went 3 years ago and then 2 years ago. It's just every year is different, and we learn so much. And I love the products. Oh my God, I was so mad that I wasn't able to get none of that stuff. I wanted some today, but it's just unbelievable. It's like meeting all the uplines and everything, which I've already met them before, but it's nice seeing them again. Oh, it was just great.
So I want to give a shout out to Sarit because her enroller is my enroller, and our enroller is going through cancer for the 3rd time right now. So she couldn't be at conference. But Sarit still went. She still came to conference. She didn't even have a room. She didn't know where she was going to stay because Bevan had to cancel the room and everything. So she reached out to me and she was like, are you going? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you got room for one more? And I'm like, yeah, come with us. So I just wanted to shout her out because she played full out all weekend. And she really came to go back with something new this time. And I just want to acknowledge that because, it takes a lot for somebody to come by themselves, not with their team,
Yeah.
having gone a couple of, years back and deciding to come back and because you want to make changes in your business and in yourself. And so I just want to acknowledge that.
Thank you. And I got to meet a lot of new girls.
Mhm.
It was great being with you guys.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
We did.
She did make it happen. She really did. She got in exactly like right before worship. Like she was getting off
5:30.
the plane, getting to the hotel. We're like waiting to give her her keys so she could leave her stuff and come with us so we would get a good seat. So she got in like right on time.
Yeah.
She was traveling, like she was such a trooper, you know. I'm sure she was tired, but she was there 100%. She had a blast too. Yeah, awesome, Sarit. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna go to Demetria next. Demetria, are you there? Okay, cool.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
here. Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, I love you all so deep. I had a chance to touch you, feel you, and I just love you all so much. I promise I do. And I thank you all so much for the support. The conference was amazing. The praise and worship was for real. It's like, wow, there were no put-ons, there were no airs. I learned so much. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to be a part of the whole program, you know, from beginning to end. And prior to, I had a little bit of, you know, doubt because of my situation, what I'm going through, you know, taking care of my dad and, you know, him not talking and, you know, just a whole lot, but he's giving me thumbs up on everything. And, you know, we're winning. And, you know, I had the strength of 10,000 when I was there, you know, and I came back with the strength of 20,000 or more, you know, and it was just amazing. And I'm ready to run with the horses, you know what I'm saying? The thoroughbreds. And that's how I see you all as a team embraced, you know, we're locked arm in arm and we're winning. You know, one, how we used to say when we were little kids, all for one and one for all, you know? And I just say God is amazing. Phenomenal things happen when you believe. And so today I got a package that was 100 days late, no, but I got my package from It Works. And in the package, you know, it said something on that one, the one package, piece of the package said, let me grab it really quick because it says something really amazing. The package, and I'm coining it to the fullest extent, you know. It says, like you, I'm full of potential. You know, it works. And I love that, you know. In this package, it's full of potential. And we have no excuses. And since I got back, I haven't had any sleep, but I have been, you know, the people I have been talking to, I've just been saying, hey, come on my team, be a team member, you know, do the distributor thing. We got the package at a cheaper price right now. You can afford it. It's at an affordable price. You know, I'm just running with the horses, even when I fell asleep for those 2 hours. And all in my mind was, we win, and I was bringing in distributors. I have this big, phenomenal pop-up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I just see myself winning. We're winning, winning, winning. And I just thank you all so much for, you know, the opportunity to go to conference. And I didn't, you know, meet any strangers. Everybody I met was sister friends, you know. And Sarit, I didn't know that you came along, but I love you so much. You just gel right in. I gelled right in, and we just, people would have thought that we all knew each other and sit around the table, you know. And I take it very serious when I sit at the table and put my feet under a table and dine with friends, you know. I take it serious, and I love you all so much.
And I want to give a shout out to Demetria too. She's only 6 weeks in the business, you guys, and she was at conference. But she left with her dad not in a good spot. You know, she was afraid he wasn't going to make it while she was gone. And she was there. And she was full out there, present with us. And poor thing, we were just dragging her all around, not with much sleep, and she was there, and she was just taking it all in, and she was wonderful. And we were keeping her thoughts and her spirit high, because we knew that what was at home was pretty heavy. And even still, she put her best foot forward, and she got herself there. So I want to commend you for that, Demetria, because I think it's amazing, and I think you're amazing.
Thank you. I think you are amazing as well.
Thank you. Okay. Sylvania, are you able to chat? Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm with my girlfriend. We went out and had to catch up on things. And we were out eating right now. And I said, I got to get on Zoom. We couldn't find a place. So I finally come into this cafe that I'm getting soaked with right now by their coffee creamer thing. I'm sitting in water. Look at, they're spilling water that way.
Oh.
Anyways, and then the Wi-Fi keeps knocking in on and off. So if I get cut off, I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
It's all right.
The conference, you girls, I highly recommend whatever it takes. I'm going to open up a savings account tomorrow, and I'm going to put $20 in it every payday. That's going to go towards this conference, because it's worth it. And we could blow $20 on anything, and you know that. So why not put it in an envelope, put it somewhere in your mattress, I don't care where, but put it aside for this conference. There were so many aha moments that I was just deeply touched by the Holy Spirit the whole time. I had deja vu, which tells me that I'm in the right place and I'm on my right path. I'm very spiritual, as you guys know. And for me, I think I just stayed in the aha moment from the time my feet landed there till I got back home. Because even though I didn't know you, when I met you and hugged you for the first time or second time or third time, it was like we've known each other forever. And we were able to sit around and talk and laugh and cry together and share every emotion we were going through. And we were able to help each other and there for each other, that it was just amazing. It was so unbelievably amazing. And I say that with everything, because it is. It's worth it. You won't ever experience this feeling of being in a room with millionaires. You're sitting right next to them. You're bumping into them in the elevator. You're bumping into them in the restaurants. They are down to earth, humble, giving, kind, loving, meek people. You don't even know they're millionaires. They are so genuine, so real. And just because I was stuck in that moments of awe, I couldn't remember half of their names. And I knew them. And all I could say was tapping Melissa. Oh, there, who is that? Who is that? You know that face. I know you know that face. And because I knew she knew who they were. And even though she told me, even though I stopped them, Kelsey was one. Rhonda's daughter, the young 32-year-old millionaire. So many of them. And it was just, and I took pictures with Denise Welch, with Cammie Pentecost, with all these people. It's like, are you kidding me? I'm really, really here. It was like, pinch me. I can't believe this is really happening. And as every section, every segment we went to, it got better. It just got better. And I thought I was blown away with the worship. That was the first night. And Melissa kept saying, oh, that ain't nothing. Just wait till the next one. That ain't nothing. I get through that one. That ain't nothing. Wait till the next one, you know? And it's true. It was so amazing. So many tips, so many good memories that I will cherish forever. You know, I got time with Demetria. That's my girl. We got to hang out, and that was so cool. Alicia, was so good to see you, mamas. So good. And Stacy, oh, nobody hugs like you, Stacy girl. It was great. It was great. Anna Lee, when Mike Pentecost told us to close our eyes, and this was one of the little samples of how amazing he is. He told us to close our eyes and picture what we wanted more of and what we visually seen. And he kept saying things as he walked us through it. And at first I seen where I was at. Then I seen where I wanted to go. I seen and I remembered him saying about negativity, people that are negative, you got to sometimes let them go, even if it's family, no matter who it is, because you're on a road to prosper, not to be a failure, you know, and you got to sometimes let them go. You really do. And so I seen me letting go of my family. And as much as it hurt, it was okay, because the tears are just pouring out as you're visualizing everything for yourself. And then I seen my house with the wraparound porch that I want, because I want all my plants. I want sitting places where I could see the sunrise and the sunset. And I want in the middle where I could see everything. I want to see it all, you know. And I'm a visual person. And I just love that. And then I seen my bank account. And the first month was 25,000. The next month was 50,000. And it kept growing. And then I seen myself as a millionaire on that stage with my tribe. And Anna Lee, you were on that stage with me, girl. And we looked at each other and we both said at the same time, we did it. We did it. You know, and it's true for us. It really is true for us. If you vision it, if you speak it, if you just take the steps, and it's okay if you stumble, just keep taking those steps, keep getting back up, dust yourself off and do it again. Just next time, do it better. And each time as you do it, you're going to eventually get your goals. You're going to really achieve what you want, because it's in our hearts. We didn't join this to not become successful. We joined this to become successful. And the beauty of it all is that how many people we're going to help with their health, with their wealth, and they're going to be right along beside us, you know. And for me, it's just amazing, just amazing. And I loved it. And I'm going to go to Arizona. And then I'm going to scrape the money, go to the next one after that. I don't know how, but I am. I'm in it to win it. And I'm going to be on that stage. I am a diamond right now. And I'm going to be a double diamond by the end of the year. And God only knows how far and wide I'm going to go after that, because I'm not stopping. There's not a no in me. This is Sylvania's time. This is my time. And for once in my life, I get to put me first. And I'm going to do it.
Yes, you will. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure you have to get back to your friend. She's like, how long is this going to take?
Right?
No, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for jumping on.
She keeps showing me little videos and stuff, has me cracking up. I go, really? Right now? Stop.
Well, thank you for being on. Even though you're in the middle of something, you still got on and shared your heart with us. Thank you.
Yeah, because she's going to have a party for me, and we got to talk about that right now.
All right. We'll let you go then.
Okay. I love you, girls. I love you all.
Too. We love you too.
Okay. Good night.
And last but not least, our beautiful Annalie, and I have to give a shout out to Annalie because she was absolutely terrified to get on the plane. And she told us that, I'm scared. And she's crying. And she's like, I hope I make it home. I hope I make it there. I hope I don't get stopped. And we're like, just get on the plane. You're going to be fine. You know what I mean? And then when we got there that first day, I ran into Denise in the lobby, and she was asking me about Annalie. And I said, I want you to know what she went through to get here. She's not technically on my team, but I don't care, and I'm still going to give her the best experience I possibly can. And I was like, pretty much telling her she needs to meet you, Denise, in case that wasn't on your agenda, Denise Walsh. But I didn't know, what Ashley had lined up for any of that stuff. But I know that Denise listens when you tell her something. So I told her, she's coming from Washington. She came by herself. She's terrified getting on the plane. She didn't know she'd make it. And she, is so relieved that she's here. She's so happy to be here. This is her very first conference. And, I just wanted you to know that. She was like, okay. So take it away, Annalie. Give us your aha moments.
You guys just made me cry all over again and feel all those emotions, just first of all, thank you so much for the gift, for the t-shirts, for, like you said, I'm not, on your team, but we are here, all of us going for a dream, for something better. And I was terrified. That day that I booked my flight, I didn't sleep. The next day I cried all morning. You guys heard me. I sent you guys messages. But once I was over there, you guys, my biggest aha moment was I am not alone. In my head, it was just something in my mind just said, you're not alone. Look at all these people. You are not alone. And I felt so good. And then when we went into worship and everything that was said there and the story shared, and when you hear how other people are struggling, they're fighting every day to make this happen. And they said, the setbacks that they have had, like you guys have said, they've gone and came back because they know what this company can do for them. And it's just not that, just the company, but the products, the way they make you feel. Just the possibilities are endless. And all of you guys, everything that you guys already said, we cried together, we shared so many things together. And I came home all excited. I couldn't go to sleep, even though I got here at 2 a.m. I wanted to tell my husband all about it. And he was like, okay, go to sleep now. It's late. We got to go to bed. But it was overall just an amazing experience for me, being my first conference, to get to sit by the stage, and we were there with Stacy, and we were just looking at each other going it just felt so natural, so natural. And we just looked at each other and we're like, we belong here. This is our spot. We belong here. And listening to all those stories, when Mark said the story about that kid, there was he was part of the team, but it was okay, so how far is it? Some of us, we already have what we need to do this. It's just I'm trying to find the right word. It just, it was just incredible. The total experience, meeting Denise when I was talking to her, and I'm telling you, her eyes pierced my soul or something. I don't know. And she was just just like Alicia, what Alicia said, that I put my hands around on her, just on her head, on her cheeks. And I was gonna start telling, something like, I think I'm gonna say like I was gonna give her my excuse why I feel like afraid or what was like holding me back. And she just pulled both her hands on my head, looked right into my eyes, and she said, "Get out of your head. I don't care what your brother has to say. I don't care what nobody has to say. If you know what you want, you're gonna go for it." And I was just like, and then, that same day I got to, that same day I got to meet Jade Hooper, like I've seen her videos and I've seen how she's a hot mess, like she's doing her videos, she's like has her baby's like slobbering on her and she don't care, she's doing her thing. And when we bumped into her, like at the lobby that I took that I got to speak with her, I told her, I was like, you showed me that I could be a hot mess, and still make it on this, in this business. And she said, girl, I'm about to go on that stage and I'm shedding my pants. Those were her exact words. So I was like, it's okay to be scared. You just gotta push through it. But I'm telling you, just when she said that, it's like she like slapped me with it, like, it's okay, shed your pants, just keep going. It's okay. You know, we are here for a reason. And we were like I'm so grateful for Tati too, because if it wasn't for Tati, like, because honestly, like Tati's the upline, or she would, like Tati signed up this girl that actually I worked with that girl. Me and this girl worked together, and then I worked with her in Pasco, and then she moved to Spokane, and her name is Shelby, I believe. Tati can correct me if I'm mistaken on that. But this girl, she actually had messaged me about it, and then about the business, and then she just stopped. She just messaged me once and then never, like, yeah, like we lose people when we don't do the follow-up, because she never followed up with me. And then like I started watching Tati's videos, and I'm watching Tati and I'm watching Tati. And then, just the way I booked my flight scared, that's exactly the same thing when I did with Tati. When I signed up with Tati, I was so scared. So scared too. When I did it, I was like, oh my goodness, what I do? That was a mistake. But just, hearing Jade Cooper say that, it's like, it's okay to be scared. You just gotta go for it. Go for it. And then when she was up there on the stage, she's like, I don't care what anybody has to say. Your family, your friends, your husband. She's like, you gotta get those blinders on and just keep going. And she said, you just keep going and like let the wind, go by, listen to the wind. Don't listen to no one else. And I was just like, wow. And I told my daughter the next year she's coming with me, and my husband too. He's willing to come with me next year. So we're already winning. We're winning. But overall, it was just an amazing experience. All of it, every bit of it, every bit of it. Like everybody needs to come. Like next year, it's gonna be all of us over there.
That was such a good panel Jade Hooper was on. I don't know if that one was Facebook Live or not. Did you guys see it with Jade Hooper and Ashley Sinclair and somebody else? But it was like that person wasn't even there because Ashley Sinclair and Jade Hooper were so good.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't? Okay, cool. I'll recap real quick. So Ashley Sinclair was leading the panel because, if you guys don't know who she is, she came into the business with a big network because she did a lot of bridal boutiques. So she came into this business a number of years ago, and she went ambassador in 7.5 months. Nobody in the company had ever done that. And nobody in the company has ever made it to ambassador that fast since. So she was saying how she felt like a one-hit wonder, like her best days were behind her, that she did that and she could never live up to that again. And then she gave us like a mountain climbing analogy. And she said, you have to realize that the next summit that you have to get to in your business, not everybody is going to follow you. The group of people gets smaller and smaller as you climb the mountain and the summits stops are happening as you get to the top. The group is smaller and smaller. So that's what you have to realize is that, people will come into your business, people will leave. It doesn't really matter because the right people are going to stick with you on the journey. That phrase, it's about the journey, not the destination. That's basically the point she was trying to make. And I was shocked when I heard her say this because I think she's so amazing. Since the first conference I ever went to, I always look forward to the panels that she does because I think she's so funny and she brings so much light and so much passion to everything she does. I just admire her so much as a leader. And I was like shocked that she even had these thoughts going through her head. So see, you guys, you never know. Even somebody that you deeply admire that's in this business, we all have those thoughts sometimes. Like we all go through that. And she said, what I realized was you can't be ready for, if you guys can correct me if I'm not catching this right, but I think I remember what she said was, you can't see what God has for you if you're looking behind you and you're looking this way.
Yes.
And you're not looking this way, which is where you're supposed to be going, which is forward. But you're sitting here looking this way. And she like stood up and like looked, and I was like, boom, like, does anybody else need to talk? Like this conference is over. Like she said, like anybody that had any kind of hang up, like it's done, And then Jade Hooper, what she was saying is she's running. She is the running analogy. And she said that lots of people blocked her when she did this, that she came from a tiny little town, that a lot of people in her town signed up for this business. So she got a lot of pushback. She got a lot of people like sending nasty messages to her and blocking her and just all this adversity. And at one point in time, even her marriage was the adversity and it wasn't a happy one. And she was saying, you have to just run. And the faster that you run, the louder the wind gets in your ears and the less you can hear anybody's opinions or anything anybody says to you, the less it matters because all you can feel is the wind on your face and the vision and the focus of where you're going. That was amazing too because that is totally on the money. That was an amazing analogy. So that's what Annalie's talking about. And I was just like so captivated. Like I couldn't even write anything down. I was just like listening to them like, oh my gosh, wow. They're just hitting so much stuff because Jade at one point when she got to the top of the company, she didn't feel like she deserved that kind of money because nobody in her family has ever made that kind of money. So she had a lot of unworthiness that she had to move through that. She had to work on herself and she had to go through that. So it just goes to show you, even the people at the top that are making a lot of money, it doesn't mean that they don't go through things. They do. And sometimes it's hard. It's even harder for them than for somebody that's new, So I'm glad that you brought that up, Annalie, because I think that's important.
Yeah, because like they said, yeah, they might be in here, longer or they have a higher rank, but they still have the same thoughts that, goes through a newbie's head. The same fears, the doubt, like they all get that, and like they said, we're just like you. If I can do it, you can do it too. And oh my goodness, I just got the chills again, like from my toes to my head. Like, yes, it was incredible. It was just, yeah, like you said, it's like they were talking to me. Like you were just like, I myself, like, that little notebook, had not taken that notebook, and that notebook you gave us, I probably like try to write in one or two, but then I was just like, oh my God, but like it was like boom, boom. They're just hitting you with all this good information that I was just like, wow, like it was just incredible. Like every bit of it, and just getting to be there with them, and just to, when they tell you all these things and they reassure you, like yes, you're gonna have some tough days, but you're gonna make it. You know, just gotta have that faith and the patience and keep going forward.
You just got to keep your eye on the prize.
Yes. And I really, there's something I loved that they said, like not to chase the rank. I believe that's something that was so that it was said, like that don't focus so much on the rank, don't chase the rank. There was something else that was said with it. Like, I don't know if
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, focus on the impact you're going to make
Mhm.
with other
Like
people.
chase the goal, not the rank.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yes, chase the goal, not
Yeah.
the rank.
something like
And
that.
I love that. I
There's
love that.
another one that says, yeah, don't focus on the rain, look at the rainbow.
Yeah.
So there's a variety of those like that.
Yes,
They just
yes.
kept saying, like, it's so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you. You have no idea how many lives you impact just going after your own goal and how many people you inspire along the way. It's an incredible amount of people. So, yeah. And I think Jade's what she was saying was amazing, because she was saying, when she got to presidential and she got to ambassador, people were saying to her, why do you need more? Why do you want more? Like, you have plenty. Why do you want more? And she was like, because it's not about me. It's about the other people out there that were in the same situation I was. And it's about the 100,000 other Jade Hoopers out there, is what she said. And since she started this business, she has 100,000 people on her team now. So it's kind of crazy that she set that number to herself, and now that's what her team is. And the ambassadors on Jade's team, man, they're like younger than her, and they've gotten there way faster than she did, and they keep getting there faster and faster. It's crazy. So yeah. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I think I should probably stop the recording now.